Hi, Lee here. It's been a while since I've made a video, so I thought I would show you what I've been up to for the past few months. Now, if you remember my last series of videos, I was making a 5-string bass, neck-through design, first time I'd ever done anything like that. Well, I thought I would make a 6-string that matches, so the same colours, the same wood, but a standard electric. But I decided not to record a series of videos because, broadly speaking, it was the same process I went through. So if you want to see the process I went through, check out my bass build series. But as you can see, the stage I've got to now, it's all been cut, glued, fretboards on there. It's a 12-inch radius. Still the same neck through design, but it's going to be a 6-string. I'm going to give it sort of Gibson style pickups. So humbuckers with the 4 pots and the selector switch. I've decided to put the selector switch on the bottom just because it's easier for me to wire it in. But I'm really pleased with that. So it's also a fixed bridge. I'm putting the strings through body design as well. I don't know why I decided to do that, I just thought I would. So a fixed bridge, and as you can see I've already oiled it with Danish oil. So it's pretty much ready to start putting together. Now I've already got all of the other bits and pieces for it. So what I'll do now is I'll get the boxes out and I'll show you the components that I've purchased, and I'll film myself fitting those in there, so it'll be slightly different to the bass. So let's take a look at those now. So as you can see, it's the same rosewood, maple and walnut design as my bass. The idea is I wanted a matching pair because I think, you know, it looks good, and I had some leftover wood from the last build, so all the colours should be identical because it's from the same batch of wood. 24 frets, dot inlays. I'm really pleased with it so far. I have learnt a few things that I'm going to change when I build my next guitar. One of the most important is fitting the frets. So far I've been doing each fret one at a time and pushing it in, and you know, a long procedure. The next time I'm going to put all the frets in without glue, so I want to make sure they fit in nicely and the slots are cut correctly. But then I'm going to get a long radius bar and I'm going to clamp it on so all of the frets hopefully are going to be the right height. Because I always find when I'm fitting them individually, there's always a few, and I have to keep going over them to make sure they're all level and re-level the fretboard. So hopefully if I can just clamp a radius bar on top of all of the frets, they should hopefully get pushed in an equal height all the way across. I don't know if that's the case, but that's what I'm going to try for next time, and then it will hopefully take away the need for me to do so much fretwork to try and get them all levelled and everything. But let's take a look at some of the components I bought. So if we bring this over here, so first of all I got a pre-wired kit. I've got some pickups with the 4-wire pickups, so I'm going to be able to split the coils. So on the pre-wired kit, I don't know if you can see that, but I've put a push-pull on the tone pot for both of them. So as you can see there's a push-pull on the tone pot. So hopefully I'll be able to put the pickups, split the pickups, and get a few more sounds out of the guitar. As I've said, the selector switch, I've gone with a gold bridge again. The closest I could get to gold was brass here for the selector switch, and of course the nut is going to be brass as well, the same as the bass guitar, and also the pickups are gold colour. So if we have a look in this box, so I've got some hot pickups for this, so a much crunchier, bluesier sound than at least my PRS is. The PRS is quite light and it's really nice clean, but it doesn't crunch as hard as the Gibson does. And I thought, since this is more like the Gibson, I'll go for a crunchier, overwound pickup. Well, at least actually I've only got the bridge pickup is overwound, the neck pickup is standard. and of course they're the 4-wire version, so I can split them out. I also have my nut, which is an adjustable nut again. I don't really need to use this, I could just use a standard bow nut, but I kind of like it, and it sort of matches the colours of the guitar, and I wanted it to be the same as my bass guitar. So I bought a 6-string version of this nut, and the slot's already cut, and that fits in nicely. I also got some surrounds for the pickups. So if we take a look at this, so I've got pickup covers and I've got black surrounds. If you remember on the bass build, I've actually got black knobs and black pickups, even though I have gold in other places, and I think the difference between those looks good. Too much gold, I think, looks a bit tacky, so I wanted to stay away from too much gold, and I wanted this to look like the bass. So I've got black pickup covers, black surrounds, but I've still got a gold bridge. So let's take a look at that now. I believe it's a Hipshot bridge. Comes with the pieces in the pack there. A nice gold coloured bridge. And as I said, it's a fixed bridge, but the strings go through the body, and I've got some ferrules for the strings to sit in behind. I've already drilled all the holes that I need for this, so the next step will just be putting everything together. Finally, somewhere in here, I have the locking tuners. These are really nice. I think these are the best ones I've found so far, and any other guitars that I build, I think I'm just going to use these locking tuners. I've already taken them out of the box just to have a look and test, and they are brilliant, well machined, beautiful to look at, and they work really well. So I'm really pleased with those. So that's it for my little overview of what I've been up to. Hopefully you like what you see so far. The next video I will show you putting all this together, because the final build I think is always the nicest part, because that's when it all comes together and you get strings on it and you play your first sound, and that's the part I really like. So next video, let's put it all together and we'll start testing it out and creating some sounds and see what it's like. Catch you later.